Why the giraffe don't look like the lion? They don't hunt. They got nothing to do with what you eat. You think the lion look the way it eat because of what it eat? You think the physique is what, like, watch the lion. You think that physique is that because of what it eat? It's not. It's the hunt that make it look like that. It's the hunt. It's every time it get up and it go out, it's got to run. Every time it go out, it's got to jump on my man and boom, bring my man to the ground. And I don't know if you watched it or not, but I promise you, whatever they catch, it ain't just letting them eat it. It's a fight going on, and every time it fight, it gets stronger. Every time it fight, it get more ferocious. Every time it fight, it becomes more of what it is.
Hey, step inside that booth, get loose, knock out a nigga tooth, man. It's your boy 5039, man. Back at it again with another one, man. Much love to the almighty LDBC, man. Lions Den boxing community, man. For those who don't know, now y'all know, man. Hey, man, it's Marathon Monday, and we got a special guest in the building on Boxing Conversations, man. None other than the homie, man. Marlin, so Icey Sims, man. You understand me? Straight out of Minnesota doing the damn thing, man. My bro just came off a spectacular knockout, man. And he came to talk some boxing with the bros today, man. Marlin, so Icey Sims, man. Glad to have you on, man. You always generally fuck with me, man. Like not just on some boxing shit, on some brotherhood type shit. Like, and I always appreciate you for that, bro. You always in the comment sections. You always hit me up on the ground. You understand me, man? But let the people know who you is, man, and what you got going, man.
Oh man, first off, I want to say appreciate it for having me on. Definitely, man. You know, with the whole LDBC movement, man, I see how powerful it is sticking together. You know, being supported by your own, and also giving back and giving back love to the people that support you, and not trying to be out there reaching different fan bases. If you got a support, then go ahead and lean into that.
Yeah, man. And I got my co-host with the most in the building with me today, man. King of the Northside, Hamilton is in here, man. My boy back home smoking legal. What's going on with it, fella? Let the people know what you got going, bro.
Hey, y'all know what it is. It's your favorite, get your most hated fella, back for another live stream with Marlin, so Icey Sims, and the host with the most 503 line. Y'all know what it is, you know what I mean? Smash that like button as you fall in. You know what I mean? That's how we doing it. So Stay Ready's up in the building. Salute to Stay Ready Boxing TV.
Yeah, man. I got my brother, the glue of the Houston Hardhitters in the building, the one that inspired me to do start doing my interviews and shit like that, man. Stay Ready Boxing TV. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. Stay ready, man. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, slow boogie. Just up here booked in my room for Philly, man. What y'all got going? I see you got the LDBC's own Marlin, so Icey Sims in the building. Salute, my brother. I see you working the other day in the gym. I see you working, and congrats on that knockout the other day.
Oh, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So let's get right into that, man. I'm gonna go ahead and start the boat up, man. You just came off a spectacular knockout, man. I see you back on the grind already, man. You was you put out your gear on, man. You got to put the mask on, the hat, the scarf, and all this stuff, man. How hard is it training up north, man? Cause see, me and Stay Ready, we from down south, bro. So we don't really feel that effect like how you and our fella feel it. Cause I know he in Canada, you in Minnesota, man. So do you have to go a little bit more extra harder training in the wintertime, bro?
Let me clear it up. No, we didn't. It wasn't a knockout, but it was a phenomenal performance. It was those are two of the knockdowns in that clip, but we went the distance in that last fight that I had. But you know, man, I've been in the cold all my life. You know, I'm born in Chicago. I've been raised in Minnesota I've been in Minnesota all my life, and I ain't never got used to the cold. So for me, it's still tough. If it's cold outside, you know, we get to the negatives, and for weeks at a time, it can be in the negative. So it is tough. It's definitely tough, you know, to want to go outside and get the miles on if you're tired of running on the treadmill. It's tough, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So you fighting in that southpaw stance, man. What are some of your favorite southpaw fighters, man? And who do you craft your style after the most, bro?
I really can't even say who I crafted after the most. I just try to take a little bit from everybody. So I sit there and try to watch and try to put a little combination together. But so I say I sit there and watch Marvin Hagler, Manny Pacquiao, obviously, some Lomachenko as well. Definitely been paying attention a lot more to the way Terrence Crawford is operating and whatnot. So there's a lot more, but just those are like the bases right now where I just sit there and I look. Or if I'm just watching I can watch anybody fight. It doesn't matter. If I see a southpaw, I try to pay attention to what they're doing successfully against a right hand or another southpaw as well. So, I try to mix it all together.
True indeed. True indeed. Jay steals the odd fella on the 503 line platform. Marlin, so Icey Slims. You got your 5'10" southpaw in the featherweight division. Kind of describe your style, you know what I mean, in the ring. You know what I mean? How do you go about things? How do you get things done in the ring? Describe your style to the listeners out here.
Truth be told, I'm a counter puncher. Very accurate, and I focus on a lot of defense. I could literally say in a few of my fights, the glove did not literally touch my face within a 4-round time frame, or if I knocked them out before, then I could literally say a glove did not touch my face with any meaning behind it. And so I really am proud about that. I want to definitely keep my health intact, but I am a counter puncher. So the punches that I do hit you with, man, I make sure that they count instead of tic tac here and there. But I am working on getting more aggression. I want to be able to turn it up without my opponent pushing me to have to turn it up.
Facts. All right. Stay ready.
I got a question in the chat for you right quick before you go. Stay ready. My homie Money Brown TV, another great YouTube channel, man. He do interviews as well. Y'all be sure to follow the homie. He say, do you watch any Earl Spence Jr., bro?
Oh, yeah. I don't even know how I left him out. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And when I watch Earl, man, I'm definitely paying attention to his footwork when he's going dig into the body. That's something I definitely want to pick up. And that last fight, I was able to do it a little bit more. But, I want to definitely pick up and get that correct leverage, positioning my feet the correct way to get that leverage going to the body a little bit more.
Yeah, I did see you going to the body a little bit more. Go ahead, stay ready. My bad.
Hey, so who do you kind of mold your style after?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't think it's any style, to be honest.
Do you see any other fighters in the past or in the present that you got similar traits to?
Not quite, to be honest. Not really, because I can't really say. Not really. Not saying that I'm so different. It's hard for me to just put that comparison in there.
I understand that. So what got you in boxing to begin with?
Man, I used to always want to do it when I was young, man. When I was a kid, I wanted to do it just from playing the games and street fighting, just fighting in school or slap boxing or tussling with the brothers and everything. And I didn't get into I didn't walk into my first to the first boxing gym until I was 21 years old, and which is hella late, but no amateur fights, no nothing, just so I walked in. I moved down to Atlanta, and I was a ballet attendant down there, man. I started I had a whole lot of money and a whole lot of time, and I said, man, I'm about to just do what I want to do. And I got into it, moved back up to Minnesota, and just stuck with it, and I never quit. So it's really just that willpower to just go in there, give it my all and just, try something new. And I stuck with it, and look where I'm at now.
Already.
Man. You on the road to success, my brother. I want to ask you, was it a difference in different type of fighting styles and structure, like when you versus you being in the South and then moving back up to Minnesota? Was it a difference like in sparring partners, or did you get better work in the South versus you being in Minnesota? Like how did it work out, the transition?
No, when I was down in South, when I was down in Atlanta, it wasn't I didn't do any work. It was just me getting the thought of going ahead and doing it. So back then, I would probably just literally just go up to one of the LA Fitness and probably just hit the bag up there by myself, just grab a cheap pair of gloves. Grab a cheap pair of gloves from Walmart or something and just be up there doing it that way. But I didn't walk into my official gym until I got back up into Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Look at 503 trying to low key jab the North. What you trying to say? Like he can't get work in the North, something like that? Like he can get work in the South? Stop it. You know what I mean?
Man,
Speaking of walking around, yo, let's 503.
Hey, fella, this is an interview. This is an interview. Calm down. God damn.
Look, hey, I'm always tuned in, so I know how. Hey, I'm tuned in all the time, so I know how I get down. Yeah, you gotta
excuse my passion, Marlin.
I'm here. I'm
my passion.
Yeah, look,
now,
if I wasn't interviewing, I'd have been watching anyway, so I already know how it is.
I already know. Oh, believe me, I be seeing you in the chat.
Hold on. Let me get it in. Now, speaking of walking around, you a 5'10" featherweight. What do you walk around at? You know what I mean? I'm about 5'9", you know what I mean? I'm walking around in a nice, you know what I mean, spelt crisp, you know what I mean, 173. I just weighed myself today too. But what do you walk around at? And that being said, what's your diet like? You know what I mean? Tell us how we can get like you, Marlin So Icey. I know you know what I mean, diet properly. You're a supreme athlete. Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, so my walk around is 142. I don't get too big. I think that's a manageable amount of weight for me to lose. It's not hard, pretty much. I never did it when I was in amateurs, man. I was in the amateurs and I was fighting at 141, but I came in weighing at 132.2 at times. So I never did the weight cut thing until I got into the pros. I always heard how terrible it was, but for me, I guess I do it pretty smart. So for myself, where it's not a strain on my body. So I pretty much enjoy it, man. I got my trainer keep telling me, man, I think you get 122. I think you get 122, and I'm like, hey, you pushing it. Watch out now. But it ain't too bad, man. It ain't too bad. I don't do really necessarily like where I cut all the fluids, man. I just sit there and take my time. When it get closer to the fight, then I'm just starting to eat a lot cleaner. And that's pretty much where it is. I just pay attention to what I eat. I still got, Junior the Truth. He helped me out with your prep chef. And, he helps me with some meals that helps as well. But other than that, if at the time I don't have him within my camp, then I'll go ahead and just make sure I'm meal prepping and watching what I'm eating myself and just, maintaining what I'm eating.
Speaking of eating, so you know what I mean, you did excellent. Once again, congratulations on your last victory, your last fight. What was your victory meal? You know what I mean, your little cheat meal or your victory meal after that fight?
Damn, did I think I had some deep dish pizza, to be honest. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I was breakfast. Syrup on my pancake. And then I think I had some deep dish. I think that was my first real meal after. But because of the way I cut, it's not like I'm even starving, so it doesn't bother me that much. To where it's like, oh, I missed this, I want to crave this. Every once in a while I'll be like, man, I need a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but I be trying to cut those off for a little bit. That'd be my more craving right there.
True. Well, you sound like Errol Spence Jr. He liking them.
And I heard when he said that, I was rolling because I was like, yo, I'll be sitting here and a day go by. I'll be like, I'm about to make 3 peanut butter sandwiches after the next.
Yeah, man.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches hard, man. I got a question for you in the chat, man. My homie Money Brown say, ask him about that first professional fight. Did he feel like he belonged? Was it any nerves? Yeah, did you feel like you belonged in the ring on your first fight, man? Was you nervous? How was that first fight, man? Talk to us about that, bro.
Man, that was probably one of the greatest feelings for me, even back in the amateurs. I never got nervous, really. When I had my first amateur fight, I'm gonna go back there. When I had my first amateur fight, I was nervous all the way up until I got into the ring. And when I got in the ring and that bell officially rung, because I didn't know what that person was going to do, what his style would be. I ain't never seen him before. I'm just like, damn, this is an actual fight going on right here. And I wasn't sure how it would be. But once that bell rung, when my first fight in the amateurs, I was good. And then as the fights progressed, that nervousness left way before. So coming up into the pros now, my nervousness would usually be like a week or so before the fight. So I won't have nerves the fight week or anything like that. It'll be like before I just get to thinking about it while I'm laying down. Like, am I about to come out and I'm gonna do this, or I'm just overthinking. And for that very first fight, man, my nerve, I didn't really had nerves. I say up until probably like what we fought on Friday, so I say up until that Wednesday or the day before. So I had a little bit of nerves just thinking about it. And, so it was like anxious, just nervous.
Yeah.
This is this is one thing that was so amazing to me. So we're before the fight, we had everything. I get in the ring out. I'm moving around the ring, and this is where that Deontay Wilder say, "Speak it, believe it, receive it." You know, you go ahead and put that in your manifestation. As I'm in the ring, I kid you not, before my first professional bout, I'm in the ring, and I'm talking about what I'm about to do to this dude, and I'm moving around the ring, and I said I'm gonna hit him, and he's gonna fall down, and the referee's gonna be like 1, 2, and he's gonna wave it off. I kid you not, when I was standing there, I hit him in that same exact position, and the referee called a it was a knockout, and it happened in that same exact position. The only thing I said I was gonna catch him with a straight left, but instead I caught him with a rear hook, and he went down, and that was all she wrote. I was crazy moment for me that I just, but it solidified it. I'm just so happy to be in that atmosphere.
Yeah, man. Okay, that's dope, bro. Yeah, you definitely on the street too, man, and I hope you keep that up, man. But with that being said, man, you just fought January 17th, if I'm not mistaken. When do you plan on fighting again? And like, what is your fight plan for this year? Like, how active are you gonna be?
Man, I'm about to be anxious out here, boy. I'm trying to fight at least 8 times. I know that I'd rather set the bar high than so get a little bit under that. Some fights might fall out and whatnot. Man, I'm trying to have a quick turnaround, especially when I have no damage being taken. I'm not taking any damage while I'm in the fights. I'm fresh. I'm still ready to go. I think that we should have a quick turnaround, and that's what it sounds like from my team. So we're gonna have a quick turnaround. Nothing concrete yet, but you guys will definitely know when that time comes. It's supposed to be a quick turnaround, so it's gonna be a decent turnaround. But me personally, if I had my own personal goal, with the way I'm handling these, the way I'm handling my own, I would love to fight, this year in 2020 at least 6 times, 7 times at the rate that I'm going. Obviously, I want to make sure I'm still having a top time to develop it and not fighting whoever's available. I want to make sure I'm having some meaningful fights that's going to help me boost up. And that's the way I felt like the Mike Fowler dude was. He was, he had a in there with, Devin Haney in there with a number of other people who's some good caliber fighters. So, and he was the business with them. So that's why fight for me, looking back on it, and I could have turned it up. We're going to have a quick time. That's what the plan
is. Okay. So what you doing? You doing 6 rounders yet, or you still on 4?
Yeah, we on 6 rounds now. So
okay.
That first 6 rounder just got out the way. It was a breeze. I still, kind of held back a little bit to make sure that I know what I can do, but I wanted to make sure once you're under them lights and you got that adrenaline going and all of this, you don't want no adrenaline dump. Plus, I was in there with the veteran. So, if he had tactics that was going to try to get me into the later rounds, it didn't turn it up or whatever the case may be. But, I was able to handle it.
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. Just keep elevating. Real quick, man. How did you find the LDBC, man, and what made you say, man, I want to focus what these boys got going on, bro?
Man, I can't even remember what. I think it was just me being on YouTube, just always just engaging in boxing. And first channel was still for non-boxing, for non-international boxing. And I think I subscribed to him. I think I was like subscribed to him when he had like 7,000 followers. And from him listening, then I hear somebody else say, "Oh, go this way." Then I went from him, and then that's when I first heard 78. And from 78, I heard about Junior. Junior, I was bouncing around in a lot of community You know, like Black Wall Street, man, we all got to support our own, and I definitely want to stand behind that. And I definitely want to contribute to that. I definitely want to be a part of it. And that's pretty much what's happening.
Okay.
For now was the first channel I jumped on too.
Yep. I came across. I'm like, all right, I like what he's talking about.
Right on.
That's
Go
why I
ahead,
call
Father.
for now my OG to the LDBC.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah. I actually found out about you through Junior the Truth though, man. You know what I'm saying? I know Junior, you know what I'm saying? He like a real big brother to me, you know what I'm saying? Him and Stay Ready, you know what I'm saying? All fella, they like brothers to me, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, damn, like I seen bro really rocking with you, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, man, who is this dude so Icey Sims? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like one thing I fuck with about you, dog, like, and I hope that you keep that in you, bro. Like you a real genuine person, you know what I'm saying? Like you humble, you know what I'm saying? Like you fuck with everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't think you too good to engage, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's really what I think fighters, you know what I'm saying, that's in today's era right now, like they get away from, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
people try to be bigger than the life, bigger than the moment. Like I said, man, I've been around a lot of these dudes, Adrian Broner, Deontay Wilder, and all of them. Like they truly cool. Like, and it's not like they trying to act, crazy. As long as you being cool with them as well. But and I picked that up as well. But I'm just true to myself. Like, at the end of the day, man, I'm human, you human, we all good. As long as we got the same respect for one another, then we all good.
yeah, man. Okay, man. I gotta put you on the hot seat right quick, man, because it's some hot shit going on in boxing, man. It's funny that you bring up AB, man, because his little homie Tank Davis is under a lot of flack right now. And I know Stay Ready posted something earlier. I really haven't posted nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? But we all seen Tank, rough up his baby mama or whatever and pull out the event. You know what I'm saying? Give me your thoughts about that, man. How do you feel about Tank Davis doing that, bro?
Yo, man, when I look at this, that's what I always say. For me personally, like, say if I know this gonna sound crazy, but look, I don't jump in nobody business because you don't know what it is. You don't know what the situation could have been. And at the end of the day, he shouldn't have put his hands on her. He grabbed her jacket and whatnot. But you don't know what the content of it is. But at the end of the day, I stand by you shouldn't have put your hands on her.
Right.
But at the end of the day, hey, we shouldn't even be talking about it. If people don't want to talk about, Kovalev and what he doing, then we ain't got to talk about nobody else. And I stand by that. Look, like I said, bro, I'm in all that. I rock with it all the way through. So I understand exactly. Look, hey, what he do? I don't even know.
But in your honest opinion, you know what I'm saying? I know you're a boxer, you know what I'm saying? But in your honest opinion, do you feel like people is overreacting to the situation just a little bit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they only doing that because he under the light. When you under the light, man, everything is magnified. Man, you got people probably talking about he shouldn't have did it, and they probably punched their girl in the face or something like that. Or even women probably talking about it who hit their man. At the end of the day, man, you got people over here just pointing and talking about it because he's under the light. That's all it is. Because he's a figure under that bright light. That's all it is about it. At the end of the day, I do stand by the simple fact that he shouldn't have touched her, especially in that aggressive way. But that's what it is. He's under the light. That's it.
Yeah, man. Oh, fella, you got something for Marcus or Icey, bro? Stay ready.
I was gonna say I agree with you because that's why I'm not speaking on it. It irritates me that the media and everybody on social media that's what Tank did, but nobody's posted about what Josh Taylor did. Nobody posted about what Kovalev did, but everybody want to post about the black man Tank. I'm not getting into it because I come from a black neighborhood, and we know how baby mamas can get. You don't know what she done or said. I'm serious because she know him. A woman knows how to push somebody's buttons, and I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying one time that it was right because it's not. But he didn't hit her either. But that don't mean like, come here, we got to talk. oh, you coming with me. That could have been a whole different situation. So
Right.
I'm not going to speak on it until everything come out. If it don't come out, guess what? It's not gonna come out because there was any police was any
No.
Nope. None of that.
police was anything? Did anybody get arrested? Nobody got arrested. This is gonna put in the if the police wanted to, they can file charges anytime they want to. If it was something that they could file charges on, but if nothing
Hey,
happened, nothing
look,
happened.
look at this. Look at this. That's why I say you never know what the content of something could be. You'll never know if, like, say if he just got into it with somebody on the outside, because he was walking in. If I'm not mistaken, say if he got into it with somebody on the outside, they talk about I'm finna shoot this jump. He trying to get his girl, and they trying to get out there, but she want an explanation. He like, we ain't got time for no explanation. Let's go. You know, it can be anything,
Yeah,
man. People don't even
Right.
understand. And that's the way I look at everything. If I don't know the whole story, then I ain't speaking on it.
facts.
Yeah, go ahead,
Facts.
fella.
I mean, it's definitely a good point. Yeah, it's definitely something that, yeah, I agree. We shouldn't really even be speaking on. But yeah, I was gonna say, he was silly for putting, you know what I mean, putting himself out there like that. But
Yeah.
if that was the situation, like Marlin just betrayed it, yeah, that's definitely could be understandable in that situation. But we coming upon one of the biggest heavyweight fights, um, February 22nd. I would like to know, you know what I mean, as a professional boxer yourself, your opinion on this heavyweight fight between the rematch between Deontay Wilder and Fury. Um, how do you have this fight? How do you see it? You know what I mean, playing out, and what's your pick?
Man, I got Wilder all day, and I got it. I can't say what. I just know it's gonna be a knockout. I think everybody truly like if you really understand the sport and understand him, understand the whole thing, you gotta understand that he is about to knock this dude out. It's a wrap on him. And he always talking about stuff. I'm about to knock him out in 2 rounds. This is what I took. I'm gonna try to go and knock him out. This is what he thinks. When he say I'm gonna knock him out in 2 rounds, I'm gonna go in there and try to fight with him. I'm not gonna do my normal style. So he can knock me out sooner, and then after it's all done, I can say I tried to fight his fight. He trying to put a built-in excuse, if you ask me. I'm trying to tell y'all that right now. That's a built-in excuse. He finna go to sleep, and man, after this, man, go ahead and move on, Wilder. That's a built-in.
Okay.
He's gonna go in there. He's gonna try to do this. He's gonna say, "Oh, I was acting out of character. I was trying to give people an exciting fight. I was trying to do it." Man, we ain't trying to hear that. There ain't nothing else you can do. That was the best you, period. And you already seen the difference from the first round to the 12th round. How he started connecting with you. You got
So
Graves.
so you saying early, you saying Wilder early, but Marlin, have you been seeing Fury lately? He's looking kind of, you know what I mean, in better shape. He's looking toned. Um, I saw him in the ring, you know what I mean, doing some pad work. He's looking pretty sharp. Are you
But
still
he
very
always been sharp,
confident with
though.
this? Are you confident with this
He,
pick? You know what I mean? Early round stoppage for Wilder. You know what I mean?
no, I
This
know.
might be
But
the best
this
feud.
is the
You know
thing.
what? Good.
What?
Tyson Fury might be fight the best, might be the most dangerous when he's scared.
Uh, it's just, man, hey,
Nah,
all
no.
we need is 2 seconds. And you got to think about it. When he sit there and tell you, I like to think that he's an honest man. I don't think he's lying to us. When he sit there and talk about, man, I was just too anxious. I was looking for it this way. If he can control himself, man, hey, it's inevitable. Like you said, he need only 2 seconds, and it's been shown. And I think he holds composure if he do knock him down. To the fact that if he do get back up, I will say that I think he's gonna hold his composure. He ain't gonna do the early celebration. I think he's gonna hold his composure and he gonna go in there and try to finish the job. But I definitely got him by stoppage. But
Indeed.
it's not like I'm writing Fury off. At the end of the day, I see Fury for obviously I thought the first fight should have been stopped. It should have been stopped. Nobody else would have stopped that fight. regardless. And then, but I do give him credit for the simple fact that he was able to get up. However, he got up, but he also finished that round pretty strong as well. So, that was healthy. We got a healthy Wild, and hopefully,
Indeed. Smash that like button. We on the 503 Live platform, boxing conversations with Marlin. So Icey Sims, 7-0, 4 KOs. Stay ready, boxing TV. Go ahead.
So Icey, so let me ask you, what is some of the fighters that made you love the sport of boxing? Like, what are your favorite fighters coming up in the sport?
Top, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather right off top. I can tell you,
Hey,
like,
Sam, you can you speak a little bit closer, like into the mic a little bit, bro? You breaking up a little bit, fam.
You got me now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I can hear you.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather. I can tell you the exact fight. The last him versus Robert the Ghost Guerrero. That was the last fight where I'm like, all right, man, I'm about to. What was so crazy about that? My second fight, the PBC card, Minnesota. Robert the Ghost Guerrero was right there, so I just thought that was amazing. I'm like, yo, literally, you and Floyd was the last fight that I watched before I was like, man, I'm about to go ahead and get into this end. And that was crazy for me to see him at the at my fight. So I was like, damn, that's crazy. I just thought that was amazing. But hands down, I credit a lot of that to Floyd. I can go back, and say, oh, back when I seen, at times Mike Tyson fights or, hearing about Ali and all of this stuff. But single-handedly, well, it's a lot of people, but I give that most of that credit to Floyd.
Okay. You say Floyd, yeah, man. Floyd most definitely was one of the most disciplined boxers I can say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even he was just different, bro. Because a lot of these dudes, they not as disciplined as Floyd, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask you, how do you feel about the current state of boxing in Minnesota, man? You know what I'm saying? I know we got a couple of more fighters out of Minnesota. Like, I'm familiar with Jamal James. You know what I'm saying? He doing this thing. But yeah, man, how you feeling about the fighters in your city, bro?
Man, right now, I don't know if it's just because I'm here, but man, I'm telling you, I feel like it's flourishing right now. I feel like it's doing this thing, man. We got fights happening, definitely with definitely a big thing, Jamal with the PBC. They got a lot of fight cards here. I will say that it's not, for me as a fighter in the state of Minnesota, when they bring fight cards here, I feel like they need to put more local talent on the card. Man, there's a time that they had a fight here, and I think it was maybe one or two. It was Jamal and one other Minnesota fighter out of a 13 or 11 fight card. So, that's out of my reach. But that's what I will say, that I would love for them to go ahead and put some more fighters on the card that's from the city. We got Caleb Max, and he's doing
Yeah.
Man, we got a lot of people right now, man. It just seemed good, man. It's we just all waiting for that breakout, which I know it's gonna take some time, but all it takes is that one time for somebody to see a video, fight live, or maybe hear your name, it can take off.
Right, man. So is it pretty much easy to get a fight? You know what I'm saying? Like, with your setup, because I know, like, me and Stay Ready cover the local fights, and they got like different promoters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So is it easy for you to get fights?
I don't think so, man. Me personally, I talk to my manager all the time, and I need to fight a whole lot more. My first fight, my first year, I did 5 fights, so we just about to be entering my second year this month. Or I guess, yeah, within the calendar year, I should say, I got 5 fights within one calendar year. I just want to keep being active. It's still the business behind it that got to make sense, and that's the game that I'm learning now. I thought that I'd be like, hey, I want to fight you. Let's make it happen. Especially, we ain't got to worry about A side, B side at this level. We ain't got to worry about all the purse splits and all of that stuff. So I feel like, if I see somebody fight you, I feel like we can fight. Period. Nothing else behind it. We ain't got no promoters involved. I'm not signing any promoters. So I don't have that holding me back or anything like that. So I definitely feel like it should be a lot easier to fight more. Once again, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just answered the question I was gonna ask if you was affiliated with any promoters. With that being said, um, since you're not, which promoters wouldn't you want to be affiliated with
Man,
that
at
are
this
out there?
level, I wouldn't turn down no offers at this level. At the end of the day, I need to get my feet wet. I like to soak up the game. So whatever promoter I do work with, I would like to hear, about the game, not just sign up and just be fighting. I want to be able to talk to you. I want to be able to hear about the game and all of that stuff.
Mm.
I want to do my thing like how Devin Haney got his thing. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal.
Okay. I want to ask you about the fights that's coming on this weekend. That's in your weight class of 126 featherweight, man. Gary Russell versus this King Tug kid. What are your thoughts about this fight, man? Do you study high level opponents like at your weight classes and stuff like that? Do you pay attention to that? Because I know my homie he'll fight as well. He fighting in the amateurs. He real picky about that. Like he like watching dudes around his weight class. So what do you think about that fight this weekend, bro?
I don't know too much about Gary's opponent, but I do watch. I watch more so. So that's another southpaw that I definitely pay attention to, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily watch it. I'll sit there and look at it. Like I've seen him. I can't say I met him, but I seen him. He was here in Minnesota. One of his brothers was fighting on the card, and boy, he little as hell. And it's so funny. So me being a fighter, when I see these dudes, I be like, bro, I beat you. Like that's the initial thought you'll see about a lot of people. Like you'll see somebody in the boxing world, man. You'll be like, man, I beat you. But you gotta understand there's levels to it. And
Right.
that's how I felt when I seen Adrian Broner. And I'm like, boy, you little as hell. Man, I put my hands on you. But there's levels to it. But I always laugh about that. So but I seen Gary and I don't necessarily look at it until I get up to that point a little bit more as a competition because, I need to make sure I develop more, and with my amateur fights and my professional fights, I'm still less than 50 fights in the game. So,
Mm.
so I understand and I want to make sure that I'm going to properly prepare myself and ain't going to put myself in no situation where it's like, somewhere I'm way over my head, but I ain't turning down nothing.
Okay. So I mean, real quick, what like as a fan, like which fighters do you watch as a fan? Just like what I'm saying, not on no like, oh, I ain't worried about it. I just want to watch them. You know what I'm saying? Who do you watch as a fan?
Oh man, I watch everybody. I watch everybody. And I mean everybody. If I got a Facebook friend that's from Uganda who's live streaming fights down in their country, I'll sit there and be like, I'll tune into it. I'm just a fan of fights. They ain't gotta have no name, no nothing. So Golden Boy put some dang on Facebook card together, I'll be watching it. They ain't got nobody who they really streaming on their Facebook, but I can sit there and watch it. So I watch absolutely damn near any and everybody. I don't need to see a name. It's a lot of talent that ain't never signed or under the big lights, and I just like to see. I just be watching it. That's it. So it don't matter who it is. So I watch almost every fight.
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. Fella, you got some
I mean, how active are you hoping to be this year? In the day
Yeah,
you said the 1 year you got in 5 fights. What's 2020 looking like
yeah. I would
on
try
that
to get
road?
at least. I want to shoot for 5 to 7. I don't expect all of them to fall through. I mean, be signed and dated, but I would love. That's what my ideal 2020 would be. With the way I'm handling my opponents, I would like to get a fight just back to back. At the end of the day, I think that's the best experience I can get. as long as we got a formidable opponent in front of me. If we got somebody who's worthy, that can give me something instead of me going there and knocking them out, or me just going there doing absolutely everything I want. I want them to have some kind of level that they can give it to me. If I feel like they're a pressure fighter, I want that type of opponent. If I need to understand what type of pressure fighter they is. So I want to definitely, I want to get all of these looks, and I want to get all this type of experience that I can get, because every day I'm going to be learning on the job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So tell me, I'm gonna ask you some questions that's different because I want to know what the pro like is, the pro circuit is like coming up for you guys. Is like here in Texas, they make a lot of fighters sell tickets if you're the A side, and then they give you a percentage of the ticket sales, and then give you maybe so much to go in the fight. Is it something similar up there in Minnesota? Do y'all have to sell tickets? Do y'all have to, or do they offer y'all any take?
Yeah, so yep. And I always be like, this one thing I tell all my like all the young dudes, the amateur people. So you get some people like, oh man, I'm just trying to go boxing. So I'm trying to turn pro before they have any amateur fights. So they'll probably have 3 amateur fights and be like, I'm trying to turn pro. I tell everybody, I'll be 100% honest with the money. You get some people who want to sit there and hide it. I still work a regular 9 to 5, so I'm not making bread, and I'm not making too much cash off of this. I ain't making really no cash off of it. It's just passive income for
Yeah.
me right now. And so I sit there and I tell them exactly what I make. Like, yeah, so we still sell tickets. There's times where I've sold tickets that didn't have a guaranteed check. And you get that full amount, or you get a check and then you get your tickets. And then if you sell additional tickets, you get percentages off of that. So every situation is different. I'm assuming for everybody, but yep. So I sold tickets. I mean, I've signed up to fight for free, because they was like, you want to sell tickets out here? And I'm like, man, that's too far for any of my people to come out there and travel. Man, I'll fight them for free. It didn't
Yeah.
matter to me, 'cause I want, I ain't turning down nothing. I need to learn. I need to get in this game. I need to let them boys know who I am.
That's a good mindset to have. I'm gonna tell you something that I learned because I had a coach tell me recently that he's not letting his fighters be A side anymore. He said if you want them to fight, they're gonna be B side, and he said he's been getting opportunities that way.
Yeah,
That
boy,
way he don't have to.
yo, you get crazy opportunities. Some of the times I be hearing what these B side people be making, I be like, God damn, for real, they making more than the A side, because the A side is the person we need the opponent. The B side, they probably got multiple losses. They like, I'm finna grab a check. So the A side people, you get people. It's hard to find an A side to fight another A side who's really willing to accept that smoke. So me personally,
Yeah.
I'm down with being B side. I come out second or come out first, and I'll be in your back city. It don't matter to me, because I'm not coming in as an opponent. Mindset, I'm coming to whoop your ass in your backyard. Period.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's where I'm at with it. Like, you get
So
some
you
people that
basically, I
be
say,
like, go ahead.
I say you basically answered my next question because that's what I was gonna ask you. Well, would you be willing to take B sides so you can actually start getting money and taking those fights? But you just answered it.
Yeah, good man. Look, I'll come B side, C side. It don't matter at the end of the day, because once we're in that ring and that bell ring, I'm coming to whoop. I'm coming to win. Period. You get some of these people who take B sides. They come to like, all right, man, I'm finna fight the A side. He's the hometown favorite. I'm just coming to grab this check. I want you to sign me up to fight, and you think I'm just coming like you the A side. Man, I'm coming to beat your ass, and you'll be pissed off.
So have you
um,
have you started looking to try to fight outside of Hickory
you,
City?
I let my team know. So I've been let them know well before then, but I let them know. There's boxing groups and connections and things like that. Where you can find these type of fights, and they know people. Um, so it'll be, we'll see where it goes. I'm very adamant about it. I be pushing it, like they be trying to calm me down, like, yo, we just wait, we gonna get something together. I'd be like, man, I'm ready to fight, man. And the amateur, I spent my own cash. Like, I was going taking trips. In Minnesota, our amateur pedigree is very small, and I was taking trips back and forth, with my own cash, looking on USAboxing.org myself and seeing what tournaments was going on, spending my own money. Me and my cousin, he got his coaching book just to go travel with me to go get these fights. So I was fighting for free and spending my own cash. You telling me I'm finna turn down a fight where I'm getting paid? Come on, that's not for me. I'm down to fight.
I 100% agree with you. So yeah, I think that's a good look for you, especially if you got that mindset. Is like you don't care right now. It's gonna help move you in the right direction because you are willing to move around. But you do got to understand when you go into somebody else's neighborhood, those fights you're gonna look at it like those judges already against you.
Yep, I already
You
know.
know.
I'm sure they got you coming in, and that's why one tactic I heard that when you get these B side people, they'll make sure they get enough money for you and for you and one of your coaches. So now you coming in, you ain't even got a full corner. So now you look like you starving. It's a whole bunch of different games. That's sort of at the same time, man, politics do play a game in this stuff, the business and behind the scenes stuff. It definitely plays a game, and it can hold you up or it can it's a whole bunch of different stuff. But I'm down to fight. That's what my goal is, man. I'm coming to fight, and I'm trying to make it happen.
Already.
Indeed, we got Marlin So Icey Slims on the 503 Line Boxing Conversations. I'm the co-host, Jay Steele's R. Phillip. And dig. If you had a choice, now let's talk about these trinkets, these belts. You know what I mean? I know you have aspirations to be a world champion. I see the belts behind you and whatnot. Um, Now, first off, what is your, favorite sanctioner body or your favorite belt, that you wish to covet, you know what I mean? And if, in a certain situation, let me give you a situation like this. If you had the choice to fight for the IBO in your hometown, or the choice to fight for the WBC, you know what I mean? The real green belt in Tijuana, Mexico, what would you take?
I'll take the. You know what? Let me answer it this way. I don't even. Obviously, it's the aspiration of becoming a world champion. I tell you that. The becoming that, just having that title, that's a goal in its own. The way I'm trying to make just in case this get out to fucking Mauricio Suleiman or something like
You
that.
got you got a word right. Hey, hey,
So
hey,
I
honestly, I'm
got you
trying to
with that one. I got you with that one. Now,
It's not even
hey,
that, not just him. Like
he
I
know
say it
they
like
listen
this.
to our channels, especially
Look at
Mauricio.
that's why I'm trying to be cool with it. Not even
But yeah,
so. There's ways. There's a lot of stuff that it's literally the stuff that I hear in the way that I tailor make it to myself. Like it ain't. It's a whole lot, man. I think that's a but that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be the free. I want to be free. I ain't got no ties to these people, so I want to say it the way I want to say it. But at the same time, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth and have some hurt feelings out here. When I get to that spot, you know, a whole lot of stuff. But so that it is what it is on that one. We gonna have
you
to talk
already
behind the
got
scenes. Not I spit it that way.
your PR on point. Look,
facts.
Look, man, I'm built for this, and I've been so trained, man. I've been hearing, like I said, man, I've been hearing how everybody in the whole LDBC when y'all talk about the fighters, what the fighters that do come and support the fighters that don't. I understand how powerful the whole movement is. So I definitely, it tailor made because at the end of the day, like I said, if you got somebody who's there supporting you, like I said, the whole LDBC, when y'all sit there and say that I'm the residential LDBC fighter, out of all the fighters y'all know from every from every level, and y'all link on me for that one. Like y'all pick me up on that one, and y'all put me on all different platforms. So it's just, hey man, it's crazy. So I've been hearing how to move properly. Y'all help mentor my game and how I should be about it. So definitely.
Salute. Yes, we got the 7-0, 4 knockouts. Marlin, So Icy, Sims in the building. 503 Boxing Conversations. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, man. Much love to the whole chat. I see y'all up in here, man. Real quick, bro. I want to ask you, like, who, but besides Floyd Mayweather in the game right now, who do you kind of look up to as like like big brother, like role model type figure? You know what I'm saying?
Wilder, Deontay Wilder.
Why Wilder?
I just like his whole mentality. He does the same thing. He sit there and he'll tell you, "Hey, man, I'm doing it. Man, it's Black History Month. Man, I'm black. I'm doing it for this. I'm doing it for that. I'm standing up with my people." That's key right there. That is key. It ain't
Perfect.
That's simple right there. Like I said, just you leaning onto the support that's here for you, not trying to go out there and grab. I use this as an example. Keith Thurman. And I'm trying to go get all Manny Pacquiao fans. You got your own fans, bro. At the end of the day, there's gonna be a whole lot of me regurgitating, but at the end of the day, it's stuff that makes sense. Like at the end of the day, it makes sense. Like you got your own fans. What are you trying to go after his fans for? Lean onto your fans. Period. And that's what it is. And Deontay Wilder, he does that. He definitely come and speak on the whole LDBC. So it's but not only that, man. I met him. And this was back when I was in the amateurs. I was down in Vegas for the Floyd and Maidana fight, and I met him at the MGM Grand, and we chit chatting right now. He gave me his time. Like it wasn't like he was trying to brush me off. It wasn't like I was a groupie trying to hang on. You sitting here talking, and that was different as well. It's like he not sitting there like trying to brush off. He's sitting here. We sitting here talking, just face to face, sitting here talking, and he give me the time of the day, and that.
Okay, let me double back and then tie it back together with Deontay Wilder now. You know what I mean? Because we was talking about the I was trying to get you to side with one of the sanctioning bodies or one of the belts real quick, but you know what I mean, your good PR led you not to. So what do you think about the lineal ship, the lineal championship?
Oh Lord, he wrote this.
Your boy, or our favorite fighter, all of our favorite fighters, Deontay Wilder, has shitted on the lineal numerous amounts of times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pretty much saying that it doesn't exist and he won't accept it if he or when he beats Tyson Fury. What do you think about the lineal? Since you don't want to talk about no sanctioning bodies, bro.
And so with the lineal, I think that's just him. He probably might not truly know that it's been around. But at the end of the day, with Tyson Fury being out, as long as he's been out, you are no longer the lineal. I think that once somebody retires with it, it should be no longer a lineal until somebody unifies the entire division. It's not, you got these three, but you beat that one. It shouldn't be that way. I think he's not going to accept it due to the fact that he already smashed the damn belt. Whether it's something that's there or not there, it's a title that's given to you. But I think he's not going to accept it. It ain't nothing to really get. It's just a title. But at the end of the day, I think it's just because he smashed on it and he don't like how he running with it, so he gonna get rid of it. So I ain't got no problem with that. At the end of the day, we can still call him the lineal. At the end of the day, what he gonna do? Say no, don't call me that. But me personally, my own at the way the whole situation is going, I don't think there should be a lineal until one person holds all the belts in that division. That's when you should be crowned lineal. So not because you done fought 5 years ago and you came back and you ain't took a loss, so you still got the belt. You still got the title. That don't work. So I feel that once whoever got whether AJ and a Wilder fight or however the whole situation play out, at the end of the day, whoever holds all the belts, that should be the lineal. So right now, it shouldn't be no lineal.
I disagree with you, but we'll move on.
Hey, you said it so smooth. I disagree, but I ain't. That's your opinion.
Hey, this is an interview. This ain't a debate.
Yeah, man. It's all to the good though, man. Marlin so Icey like one of the bros though, man. But it's all good though.
I already know. He over here. Hey, I fell over here trying to get his Skill Bayless on and shit.
Yeah, man, that boy came prepared, man. I like it though. I like it. Stay ready. You got something you want to ask Marlon, man, for I ask my next question?
Man, so matter of fact, I want to ask you, where do you go from 126? I know you want to be champion, but are you going to be able to stay at that weight class
Yeah,
next 2-3
I think.
years?
Oh, I think it's possible. It's hard to say. My body, man, I've been maxed out on my weight, and like I said, it's very easy for me to make it due to the fact that I think I make that weight easy, and I feel like I do it the smart way. I don't have to worry about sitting in a sauna whenever I do it the smart way. I don't have to sit in the sauna for long periods of time, and so I feel like I'm very comfortable. It's not like a struggle for me.
So
That's the biggest thing. Said
you're
again.
not weight draining. You're not weight draining and losing that water weight like other fighters do.
Yeah, so there's times where I do like put my sweatsuit on. Or I probably do a few minutes in the sauna or whatnot, but it's not to the dramatic effect that I've seen some people. Man, that's one thing that my trainer keep telling me I could probably get to 122 because I still got this energy that I got now. I still have that same energy when I do it the right way, and so that's the main thing is
Yeah.
just I got my preparation way of how I get down there, and I stick with it, and as long as we keep making it. I think we could be good. I don't be sunk in the face. I don't feel, and I still got moisture in my tongue, so I feel good.
And the reason I asked that is because you're so tall and at that weight. Like you're tall for that weight. The same thing I say about Robert Easter being my height, and at that 140. Like I'm 6 foot. I couldn't make even when I was 185. I couldn't make 140 if I tried.
hmm
I couldn't make
Yeah, I think
135
it's
if I
just due
tried.
to
So
the
I just
fact
look at it.
for me personally, I'm very lean. I'm what like probably 4% body fat. I remember one time I got my body fat checked and they was like, "You on the verge of dangerous." I'm like, "No, but I'm healthy." So yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
had to
you
let them
don't.
know. I had to let them know what my schedule was, man.
Okay. So ain't no need of going to 122. You find where you are.
Yeah, I
So
would.
are you?
I
Do
think.
you plan
I
on
think.
moving up?
I think if I were to do
Okay.
122, man, I think at that point I would be at that I no longer like, this weight cut stuff. When I was in there making
Oh,
weight, man, I'd be like, boy, this what y'all was complaining about? So I guess if I was trying to make it to that 122, I understand what they saying. But, I feel like do it to a comfortable point, man. I like, hey, I'll get back to that same day weigh in stuff so everybody fight around their true weight. You ain't going to be cutting all that weight if you got to weigh in that same day. And, I'm down with that stuff. So I feel like 126 for me is cool. I fought at 120. I fought at my first fight was at
Mm.
135. My second fight was at 140. My I had fights at 135 up to 130, 126 all the way to 140. But when I fought at 140, I didn't do a weight cut. I ate that same day, and and I came in probably 140 something, like 142 maybe, possibly.
Okay, I got a question in the chat. I see you in the building, Ivy Webb, Lala D, all of people in the chat, Boxing Barbecue, Stenheiser, the OG Stenheiser say, will Rigo be a good opponent for Marlon? I don't think so because I don't think Rigo fight at 126, bro. I think he like at 122, if I'm not mistaken. And
I thought he was at 118.
yeah,
so
I think
Rigo at 122.
122.
He's
Okay.
not a yeah.
yeah.
He's at 122. He got a fight coming up actually. So I gotta go. I
Fight
talked to
on
him about
Gary
it. I ain't
Russell.
gonna, huh? Yeah, in Philly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually just thinking about that fight right this second. I, obviously it's gonna be later down the line if that was to, come to fruition. But that wouldn't be nothing I turned down. I know he was a boogeyman for people at a point, but that would be me with me being who I am, the mindset that I got. Man, I wouldn't duck. I wouldn't turn it down. Obviously, I wouldn't take it right now. It's levels to the game. I ain't even, but hey, that'd be a hell of a fight right there.
Yeah, man, most definitely, most definitely. I want to ask you one more question, man, before we get up out of here, man. It's coming to about an hour, man. I don't want to keep you on too long. 126 right now, man. That guy who's one of my favorite fighters besides Gary Russell, who's probably gonna be the king of that division soon, is Shakur Stevenson, man. What are your thoughts about Shakur Stevenson? How do you feel about him at 126?
Hey, like I said, I keep it 100. You know, the first time I seen him fight, it was back. It was before. I think even in the amateur time. I'm like, dude, I beat this dude.
Mm-hmm.
When I first seen him, I said I beat him, and that was getting into his amateurs and all of that stuff. I was looking at a fight, and I'm like, dude, I beat you, but I understand there's levels to the game. I always got to bring that up. There's levels to the game, and I like his style. I seen that he definitely had a whole bunch of growth to it. But I like Shakur Stevenson, another southpaw.
Mm-hmm. A lot of southpaws at 126, man.
It sure is, man. It sure is. The last dude I just fought, he was a southpaw too. My first southpaw that I fought in the pros, and I don't even know how many I fought in the amateur. I don't think I fought that many, but I was so prepared that it didn't make a difference. I forgot he was a southpaw.
Yeah,
that was the preparation right there. I swear to God, I forgot he was a southpaw.
Okay. Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Y'all got any more questions for Marlin So Icey, man, before we get up out of here? Stay ready, fella.
Nah, I just wish you the best, you know what I mean, in the future, you know what I mean, against your future opponents. I hope you continue to stay active and you have that busy 2020. I hope you know what I mean, get at one of these belts. You know what I mean, if I could recommend one, I would recommend the other green belt, the IBO. You know what I mean? They keep it 100 with the rankings and whatnot, but don't let me sway you into nothing. But salute to you for coming on here, Marlin. So Icey Sims, 7-0, 4 KOs. Salute.
Hey man, definitely hit me up. I want to have a conversation with you in the background about that. Definitely about the the sanctioning fees and the sanctioning belts and what I think about them.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Right on. Man, you know me. I'm gonna just tell you, make sure you stay ready at all times. Uh, that's one of the big things, and I tell every fighter, keep your head up, keep grinding, keep going. It's a lot of things that I talk to the fighters on the back end about that I don't say in the interviews or anything like that when I talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I really I take up for you guys more than I think any other channel. Because I look at you and look at y'all fighters like y'all putting y'all life on the line every time you step in the ring, whether it's sparring or actually fighting, because it's more people than died in the ring from sparring than fighting. So I'm like, get as much money as you can.
Sparring is way more dangerous than the fight. Most people don't
Yes,
understand because you don't sit there and think about it. Like for me personally, I'll take with the amounts of rounds that we spar and all of this stuff. It'd be way more damage dealt in a sparring than it is an actual fight. That's why I
yeah,
say the training is the hard part. Man, once you get in that ring, that's the easy part. Once you put in the correct preparation.
exactly. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I go around sparring, so and one thing people got to look at is, I'm gonna tell you something that I forgot what fighter it was that told me. I think it was Jericho. He said, "Man, all the training I just been through and the grueling training I just went through, somebody got to pay for this."
Yeah,
So,
for real.
so and I look at it, man. I just make sure you're going in this boxing, and you already got your head on right. Just make sure you leave with all your faculties, man.
That's why defense is important. I can't even lie to you. I'd be happy when I sit there and rewatch a video, whether it was a lot of action or no action. At the end of the day, man, I got my hand raised and I have not been taking no damage to the head, and that's definitely very important.
Do you have any motivational or positive words for any other upcoming fighters like yourself who might need something to keep them going in this sport, or something that'll make them make this decision if it's something they really want to do?
Man, do it because you like it. You have a passion for it. What I'm doing right now, the money is not even a question. I'm not doing this right currently, obviously. The paychecks I'm getting, I'm not worried about that. That ain't nothing I'm worried about. I'm doing it because you do it for longevity. You got to understand, if you do it right, starting off and just continuously doing it right, man, it's gonna pay off. So do not do it thinking you're gonna get rich right now you finna fight and you finna get a $30,000 check and all of this stuff. Do not do it for the money. You gotta understand. You gotta do it because you're passionate about it. You gotta do it because it's pulling you to do it. You don't have to do it because you gotta get up. You want to make sure that you can get up and do it. Like I said, I'll do it for free. Like that's the way I looked at it. Like I was fighting in the amateurs for free because I loved it. It was fun. I was enjoying it. I'm good at it. And in the pros, I feel the same way. So don't let the that's pretty much it, man. Just don't do it for the money. Do not do it for the money. You will be pissed off. If you sit there and try to find out where your dues is going, unless you had a hell of an amateur career, and then once you turn to the pros, you got promoters already at your door. Uh, Definitely try to accomplish amazing things in the amateurs, national titles, and everything else. But if not, then you're gonna be probably starting from the ground. So that's my message to you, man. Just do it to the best of your abilities, and man, the thing I always say, man, self-belief, determination, dedication. Put that in preparation for domination, and that's how I got it. I put it on my everywhere, man. I definitely believe in self-belief, and if you ain't got that, then how somebody else supposed to believe in you if you can't believe in yourself?
Already, yeah, that's really shit I done heard today. So man,
That's key, man.
so I hope you fighters out there listening, man. I appreciate you coming through, Marlon.
Oh man, it ain't
Yeah,
nothing
man.
to it, man. It ain't nothing to it.
Yeah, man. I most definitely appreciate you coming through, man. This my like my third interview on my channel, man. So I appreciate it, man. Hopefully this won't be my last one with you. I definitely want to know whenever you get some information about your next fight, man. Want to get you to come back on the channel, man, and talk about it. We're gonna build on it, man. But go on, give me some last words, man, and let the people know where to follow you at, man. And just let the people know what you got going for right now, bro.
Yeah, man, definitely. Always much love to the whole LDBC, the 503. Stay ready, everybody in the whole LDBC and Houston Hard Hitters. Man, you can definitely follow me on all social media, Marlin So Icey. You follow me on one, man, you'll see the link to the rest of the other ones. My main one, I have a Facebook page, is Marlin So Icey Sims, and go to there, man. That's gonna be my boxing page, and then my Instagram, Marlin So Icey, and man, definitely hit me up on all of them. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I just dropped the channel. Just dropped the video last night about my training and whatnot, and just my day. And help me get these numbers up, man. Those numbers is gonna be key, whether you engage or not. But just go ahead and help me get them numbers up across the board on all social media. And yeah, man, I definitely, this ain't gonna be the first one, man. It's like kicking it with the homies. So at the end of the day, hey, we can make it happen whenever. So I'll definitely let y'all know what's coming up next, and that's where we at, man.
Hey, Marlon. Hey, on some of those training videos and things, send me some on the back end. I'm gonna message you just for you.
All right, definitely, I can do that.
Bet.
Yeah. Stay ready. Let me get some last words from you, bro, before we get up out of here, man. Let people know what you got going, bro.
Man, appreciate it. I'll be live tonight at 8. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna chop it up about some things. I got some things I want to speak on. Really, a lot of hypocrisy, and I also want to talk about, some of the fights this weekend. I want to talk about Cassius Clay Collier.
Hey,
But
let me
see,
let me touch on that real smooth. Like, hey, boy, I
real
was about
quick,
to go. Hey, I was about to go to sleep, right? I was about to go to sleep, man. I had a long day, and so I'm watching this fight, and homeboy stole the whole show card.
I
He
actually know the kid.
oh yeah, hey man,
Yeah, that's
he,
that's why I was
he
gonna speak on it.
he
I
stole the
might
whole
try.
show, and I was sitting there watching the fight, and I'm like, the undefeated prospect dude, he got some pop, he 18 or whatever, but I was seeing he ain't had no defense, so he was getting caught, and I'm looking like, damn. Hey, that fight woke me up though. I was geeked to see that fight, and that's what I mean. Like, it might be somebody that we don't never know, but it could still be an action-packed fight, man. That fight woke me up. I was geeked.
Yeah, my homeboy fought him in his third fight. They both was undefeated. I think Collier was 4-0 and Quinn was 2-0. And Quinn got a unanimous decision, but Quinn even told me after the fight, that motherfucker was tough. That was a
Hey,
hard motherfucker. He even say to this day that was his hardest fight.
I'll say
He
this:
told me yesterday.
This dude I fought, his name Carl Curry from Chicago. I fought him at 140 pounds, and he had no wins. He had 7 losses. That was my toughest fight. Toughest fight. He ain't had no wins, but he was a tough ass dude. He was tough. He just kept coming, and that was a fight where I was fighting, and he was tough as hell. But the rest of these other dudes who got experience and all of this extra stuff, I'm breathing through them a lot easier. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can never underestimate nobody, man. That last fight they lost, that could have been like the last fight they said they was losing ever.
Yeah, that's
That's
why
that's the way
that's why
I
I
go
want to
about it.
speak on him tonight.
For sure, man. I'll be
Make
over
sure
there.
you come in there.
Yep, you already know.
Already.
Like I said, man, if I wasn't on here, I'd have been tuned in at some point. So, it's all love, man. Like I said, I'm really a part of the whole LDBC community, the whole movement. From starting from Junior in the morning to going to Cali Enigma to the Trill to go to I know the whole lineup. So it's day in and day out, and actually being in the in the comments talking to everybody who in there. So man, like I said, man, I definitely appreciate what's going on, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Already.
Yeah,
And
man.
I got one more thing to say. I got a special guest tomorrow. So y'all just make sure y'all stay tuned because tomorrow's gonna be an interesting show. I got a special guest tomorrow.
Yeah, man. We definitely working, like I say, man. Stay Ready was the one that motivated me to start doing the interviews on my channel. And we had a good special guest today, man. My brother, man, Marlin so Icey Sims, man. Like I say, hopefully this ain't the last and the first or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, when you do get your fight, bro, we definitely gotta get you on one more time. You understand me before you had a fight, you know what I'm saying? Because I want the people to know when you're gonna be fighting again and shit. But
Yeah, we definitely gonna set it up, and I'll let you know before the fight. So we get one set up before the fight. We gonna get one set up after the victory. we gonna be everywhere.
yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna speak it into existence, like you said earlier, man. But with that being said, man, go and close us out, fella.
That's what's up. You know what I mean? Another dope boxing conversation with Marlin so Icy Sims, 7-0, 4 KOs. You know what I mean? Aspiring to be that featherweight. You know what I mean? Super featherweight, lightweight, junior lightweight champion of the world. You know what I mean? Salute for him passing through. Of course, salute to the chat. You know what I mean? I didn't get to salute to the chat. Peace to the queens in the chat. You know what I mean? Ivy Webb, La La D. I
Oh,
bend the knee.
salute to the ladies. Salute to the ladies.
Indeed, you know what I mean? Peace to all the kings out there. You know what I mean? Moni Brown, you know what I mean? All up in the chat, you know what I mean? Participating with those dope questions and whatnot. Salute to the whole LDBC and of course to the panel, you know what I mean? Stay Ready Boxing TV and the host with the most, 503 Lion. With that being said, it's your favorite, get your most hated R fella. Salute to the whole LDBC, and I'm Gizon.
Yeah, man. Y'all be sure to tune in later on tonight, man. Stay Ready Boxing TV right up to 78. And y'all tune in to Big 78 up next, man. Once again, man, appreciate my brother, man, Marlon so Icy Sims for coming through. Whenever he do fight again, we will be notifying you guys. So stay tuned in. You understand me? And when he get the win, we're gonna be right back with him, man. And much love to the entire LDBC and the whole chat, man. And have a good Monday, man. We'll see you boys tomorrow, man. Same time, same place. And it's just like that, man. H time for real, man. Peace.